Hello everybody and welcome back to my Fallout New Vegas playthrough. Where last time we had gone ahead and explored the Higgs village, as well as we talked with Dr. Zero. Now we're gonna talk with Darla.
Hey, what you doing? Are you being that bastard that hasn't subscribed yet? Well, why don't you join one of us that have subscribed? As well as that, you might as well tune down into the description down below, where I have a new subreddit called r/RealmHQ. Other than that, back to your regularly scheduled program.
Dula. Anyway.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? We need them, as I have indicated.
I'd be honored, I'd be honored if I could hear any knowledge the think tank had to share on the sciences.
Why, yes. We are filled with the knowledge you speak of. If you wish to know more, simply ask the others. They can help you.
You seem like the one in charge. You are...
I am Dr. Klein, Chief Head Researcher of Logistical Operations and Ideology here at Big Mountain. I am surprised you have not heard of me. I am first in my field, first chair, as it were, back in the days of chairs.
Who's Dr. Mobius?
Dr. Mobius was not the horrifying creature you saw upon the screen, twisted by science. He was once one of us, a friend. He researched in directions contrary to the think tank. Brains, 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 always about the brains. So we exiled him. He says he left of his own volition, but that was to save him the embarrassment. Now he sends his intelligence-consuming scorpions from the Forbidden Zone to plunder the secrets of Big Mountain. He is a menace.
These mechanical Roboscorpion. Roboscorpions drain intelligence from the living creatures? How? Chems?
I'm not certain. Perhaps it only affects machines. If so, you may be immune. If it is chems, then we have nothing to fear. Since we are afraid, it must not be chems, and you need not fear, which means you can test it. Logical.
Why do I have this strange passive sensation in here?
It's a side effect of the cerebral scrubbing. It won't stop you from excreting, or asking questions, apparently. Have to correct that next time. Hormonal aggressive tendencies are actively suppressed, however. They are a no-no and not permitted in the think tank. The scrubbing also ensures your silence to keep Big Mountain safe. This facility is top secret, and you cannot speak of it to anyone outside of Big Mountain. Should have done it with the last batch, and the anti-aggression scrub.
What do you mean the last batch? Why the anti-aggression programming?
We had to take precautions after the last visitors. They caused a great deal of damage in a short time. Should have made sure they couldn't mention Big Mountain once they left. An oversight.
Who are these visitors?
Dr. 8 and Dr. O could tell you more. Dr. O more than 8. The battle against the visitors damaged 8's voice module. Suffice to say, those visitors are unwelcome. They stole a great many secrets and much technology. Impertinent. They also broke one of my trains.
Huh. It might be Ulysses. Or even Christine. Not sure. What is this place?
This is the think tank. The nerve center of Big Mountain. The greatest research center known to man. And to us. Here we test and test and test some more in the name of science. Atomic power, nuclear power, and scientific power.
I heard this place called the Big Empty.
Yes, because the intellectually challenged see an M and a T next to each other and take Occam's razor to it. While you are here, you will refer to this place properly, and you will do the same with the other scientists here.
I'd like to know about the Forbidden Zone.
That glowing red scar? That laser lobotomy canyon maze carved in the landscape as if by some child? It is Mobius's fortress. From that hemorrhoidal fissure, he sends his amazing robo-scorpions to terrify and irritate us. He always tended to the dramatic.
Can you tell me about these pylons?
Ask Boros. I believe he knows more about the fence than any brain. Except maybe Mobius. Mobius was involved in their construction, if I recall. But he's such a hack, he probably was reading off Boros' notes and schematics.
Sounds like he was involved with a lot of things. I have some questions about this brain extraction y'all performed.
Well, we didn't actually do it. We tried to clean up after, as always, but usually the auto-dock runs are remote. But we programmed it, or Mobius did. Still, this new wrinkle with the Tesla coils in your skull was unexpected. I mean, we predicted we'd have a breakthrough eventually, but Dala knows more. She supervised your spine peel and the heart circumcision, then dumped them both into the tanks in the sink above. Quite sanitary. Sure took her time. She always takes longer than projected with lobotomite surgeries. Not sure why.
Is it before the Dr. Mobius might have my brain?
Yes. In all probable likelihoods, yes. Possibly. That it may have gone to Mobius is merely an inkling. I don't know why, but it may be something involving the surgery code. Actually, I don't know. All I know is it misplaced itself, or it floated off. They get into robots sometimes and go on a tear.
Was that super ego? What's this auto-dock surgery code you mentioned?
Mobius's legacy code was in the old auto-dock. Yes, it fried itself after your procedure, so he couldn't tell for sure. It is unfortunate. We would have benefited from knowing how the breakthrough occurred. Even if we installed another chip, the information is lost.
Huh, okay, that's interesting. Dr. Mobius set up the auto-dock medical routines. So, you think he's responsible for the post-organ dump?
Yes, always leaves back doors into things. Have to keep finding them and closing them. The auto-dock is now erased of his routines. It was thorough. Only Mobius would know for sure what happened with the procedure. Perhaps. Well, and your brain, of course, it would know as well.
My brain would know?
It can communicate the procedure when we examine it. It is conceivable to trace its surgical scalpel prints once we have the brain. Might take some time, but your brain has no pain nerve to scream at us while we dissect it. Convenient. I detest screaming in my lab.
Well, saying it's supposed to be transmitting to me, I don't think I really would want that. Why would Mobius want my brain?
Why does he seek our destruction? Why did he build robot scorpions with intelligence training stingers? It is because he hasn't cleaned his biogel in a long time. Clearly he's got some sort of psychological corrosion. He's mad.
He's mad. These mechanical robo-scorpions consume intelligence. Are you certain of your findings?
Dr. O is certain of his findings, and no one else in the think tank is willing to test the results. Loss of brainial power. Terrifying. O has said on many occasions his inability to comprehend Mobius's robo-schematics is because of repeated robo-scorpion stings.
Yeah. Thanks for all that now. Goodbye.
Yes, a most goodbye.
Okay, so apparently Dr. Zero has more.
Predictable. The lobotomite specimen returns. Its purpose? Repetition. Chance.
I didn't skip that. Okay. I heard you and 8 were attacked by previous visitors.
I don't like to talk about it. 8, he can't talk about it. They fried his voice module. Something good. It wasn't all the visitors, though. Only one of them got out of control. He's the one that took control of Little Yangtze, our old human farm.
Human farm? Okay.
This human. I can't believe it. He broke out of the think tank in seconds. Then he went for Yangtze, got bomb collars, and started practicing on the subjects that were still there until he got the right frequency. We were sending robots to stop him, and he was slicing and cutting through their shells with some souped-up laser gun like they were cheese paper. When he hacked into the mainframe, A tried to stop him and got fried. Me?
Aw.
He rerouted my processors to take control of the train network here. If you see the tunnels with the trains plowed into them, you can thank our visitor for that. He wrecked the whole place. While we were trying to keep containment on the surface, turns out he used one train to punch out a tunnel and escape. Sealed now.
Okay. Who were the others?
2 other human specimens. One arrived not long after the troublemaker, and the last one, not sure when he showed up. Thought the first one was going to be lobotomized in Y-17. She got out somehow. The last subject, Klein might know more. He talked to him, and let him leave the think tank. Hope he knew what he was doing.
Wait, why is that?
Klein knows things we don't. And I think he told some of those things to the last visitor. Dangerous things if they ever got out.
Wait, what? What do you mean he told him shit he shouldn't know?
Did you retrieve the technology?
What the fuck are you talking about? I heard that you told one of the previous visitors some really interesting answers.
Oh, yes, the last visitor. Well, the one just before you. Had an interesting name from some language that's almost impossible to speak. What did we speak about? Melancholy fellow. Had questions about history, but our conversation got interrupted. Twice, I believe. Once when the trains got derailed, and then a second time. Oddly enough, now that I'm accessing my databanks, I don't recall what the second time was. Mobius's incessant transmissions keep distracting me. Also, we didn't brain scrub the visitor. He may have left with some knowledge he shouldn't have. I believe, maybe. Oh well, I'm sure it's of no consequence. I don't make many mistakes in calculation or perception, so probability favors me.
You have freaking Boris on your side. I think you've made plenty of mistakes. Came and went.
You are an unusual specimen to so boldly walk into the mighty expanse of the think tank, fearless and proud as a teddy bear. Between the extraction of their higher reasoning abilities and urination-inducing fear, most lobotomites dare not approach us, let alone speak to us. Yet you have no such fear. Facing me, epidermis flushed with blood, plasma running molten beneath, your face contorting with muscular expression. Will you indulge me? Say a few words. Face towards the monitors, please, so that I might record it for further examination.
I am your god.
Yes, yes, go on. Seeing your lips and mouth forming words, both revolting and somehow... How does it feel to have the flesh roll around in your mouth like that? To control each muscle and the tongue, like having a fish or extremely dexterous slug lolling and flopping in one's mouthal cavity.
Ah, damn it, I don't have high enough perception. Fuck, I can't. Perception. Okay. Let's see, what should we get? Melee's not a bad one. Sneak wouldn't be bad either. Let's do melee weapons up. And then the last of it, the guns. Okay, do I have anything to increase my perception? That's minus my perception. I could consume Mentats. I really don't like the idea of that. Okay, I really, like, there's not anything outright that says, hey, you can't be using certain stuff. I just don't like the idea of using, chems. Stems are fine, but I don't like using this stuff, so that's probably the only time we ever use it. Alright, work your magic.
Return.
Looping, oh shoot, that was something. Looping gesture of greetings.
Looping, yes. It is a scientific fact that hormones drive a percentage of lobotomites into recursive behavior patterns. We haven't researched this, as my colleagues care little about the behavior patterns of lobotomites once their brains are removed. It is why so many are littered around the facility, like skin envelopes, discarded after they are peeled open and the contents extracted.
Okay, what recursive behavior patterns are you talking about?
It varies according to the number and density of lobotomites that have infected an area. In 43% of observed cases, two lobotomites left alone will fight for dominance or inject bodily fluids into each other's orifices. Unsanitary. I have tried to observe more cases, but subjects seem unwilling to release bodily fluids in my presence.
They're less willing to have sex. I can't help but notice your fascination with the human body.
What? Nonsense. What? What are you doing? Stop it. Why? Why are you making me partake in this filthy formography? Enough. I am already intrigued. You have sufficiently percolated me. I don't know what it is about the biology of lobotomites. It infects my thoughts. All that skin and muscle and tissue.
Why don't you just give in? There's nothing wrong with looking at the human body.
Perhaps there is value in what you say. I did so enjoy breathing once.
Yeah, you keep asking what was it? You keep asking, or you keep saying that you love my breath. I could come back at any time and just breathe if you want.
Would you? I feel so ashamed, but yet so intrigued. You'll need to give me a rest in between visits, or else my jaw might run over. If you're ready, let me radar scan you. Slowly.
Whoa.
Ooh, purple, ooh, bloop, 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 purple. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Whew, last little bit there. Thank you, lobotomite. Please, you must come back for further study when I've had a rest. I'm a little sensitive right now.
When a man and a woman love each other very much. Okay, who are you? What do you do here?
Why, my little bear of teddiness. I am Dr. Dala, first head chief researcher of mineralogy and medicinal sciences. I have 211 doctorates in both applied sciences and techniques to apply those sciences. I also possess a degree in curiosity and advanced curiosity.
So you get
That
a
is
degree
merely
for it?
schooling, however. When possible, I prefer fieldwork and observation to holotape eidetics. It has proven useful, especially now. I have become the expert on humanology and lobotomite behavior here at Big Mountain. My research doesn't descend into formography. It is only science.
Okay, 211 doctorates? How's that even possible?
Why, we create not only scientific marvels here at Big Mountain, but new sciences as well. Everything can be quantified, categorized, and dissected until every group can be subgrouped or partitioned.
First head chief researcher? What's the titles?
What is a name without a title or suffix for the sake of hierarchy? It is a long-standing quantification of personality and importance. We could not do without it. Surely you must be aware of the gravity of such attached appellations, just as surely as you must have a title.
Well, I'm sometimes called the courier. They also call me the Realmer, Steve sometimes, but that's very rare.
Oh, a mailman. A delivery man. Someone who takes parcels from place to place using their primitive feet or similar conveyance. You are the second one I've met in recent times. Very different specimens.
There was another courier?
Of course. You must have met others in your travels. This one had met other couriers too, although it sounded as if he hadn't met the correct one. He asked us all many questions, and then he asked a most perplexing one. We had to segment the event out of our memories for safety.
What was the question?
I do not know, nor should we try to access it. Perhaps
The hell do
Klein
you
has the
mean?
logs. My evaluation would be to let your own curiosity go. I do not think that Klein remembers the conversation as being satisfactory.
He doesn't remember it all. He only remembers there being 2 conversations and doesn't even know why the second one interrupted. Why did you remove my brain? And how?
Oh, removing it is a simple procedure. Well, except the complications it can cause to the heart and spine. But once the heart and spine are gone, no trouble at all. Clamp the subject down. 1 laser incision around the skull. Crack, snip, done. The brain is finally free of the skin envelope, which is then kept automated for cleanup duties around Big Mountain. Lobotomites. With you, however, something is definitely wrong. We've never had a lobotomite who kept speaking after being forcibly lobotomized. I am relieved the pacification field is working. If it didn't, I would broadcast some concern to my colleagues about safety protocols.
Okay, so I know she's talking about all that stuff. She's talking about the fact that Klein spoke to whoever the hell was, Ulysses, I think it was. But he gave him some info he shouldn't have, and they just didn't, for some reason, wipe him. But, because again, I'm kind of listening to this, I really don't care. I cared about the other stuff, like Dr. Boris and his animals that he abused for science. The fact Dr. Zero wasn't known as Zero, and he had, considered himself being worthless. Dala, she's just a fetish. The worst part is, I'm just looking through my stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch this, watch that. There's a post. Okay, I'm sure everyone who ever watches this channel is aware of the event of 9/11. The Twin Towers were hit. Well, somebody at the Fire Museum... Apparently there's a post about a monument that's at the Fire Museum. Here's the problem. It's got the 2 Twin Towers and a fire hydrant in between the 2 Twin Towers. So it kind of looks like the Twin Towers are just the legs, and there's a third leg there. So, yeah. No, that's the worst part. It's not even... It's not a fire hydrant. It's like a... I don't know, like a mound of like either rubble or ash. And then it's got a firefighter helm on. It still looks like a third leg. Anyway, God. But how am I still talking and walking around?
That is a good question. My theory is that the Tesla coils in your brain pan are still connected to your brain somehow. It really could be anywhere. Brains are a lot smarter than most researchers give them credit for. We still have your spine and heart. If you were to somehow find your brain, wherever it sloped off to, you could humanically reduce yourself again.
What do you mean, reduce myself? I feel strange in this place. Peaceful, but on edge.
It is the pacification field emitters that are broadcasting into the emptiness of your skull. Without a brain, your aggression is suppressed in here.
Is there any way to shut it off?
Why would you want such a thing? You might surrender to your hormones and commit primal aggression on me, on us, again and again. Then I would have to return the favor, activating my vivisectors and gently lobotomizing you from behind. Not something I would relish doing. No, the only way to circumvent the field is to have a brain, and we extracted that like we do all the lobotomites here.
Okay, besides the pegging, I had another question.
Perhaps you are stuck in a looping gesture of verbal intercourse.
You're not fucking me with words. Can you tell me about Dr. Mobius?
Dr. Mobius, a monstrous brain creased with wrinkles of 1,000 evils, with but one jaundiced eye with which to perceive the world. Exiled from the think tank for crimes too heinous to remain in recorded memory, and perhaps differences in research methodology. His one terrible eye forever peers at us, an eye of ever-increasing magnification. He watches from his dome in the Forbidden Zone, spying on us all.
We've killed like one guy in between these two episodes. God damn it. I don't understand how the tech line will help.
It'll all become clear. If not, at least we will have the technology here at the Dome where all technology belongs. When we have all the technology, all the answers, we can share it with the world, piece by piece. All will be in order, and all will be like Big Mountain.
Okay, can you tell me about the Big Empty? That's the last thing, Big Mountain?
This mountain, now crater, encompasses the sum total of knowledge of humankind. It is Big Mountain, where all questions can be answered. You'll see. No matter what your questions, Big Mountain will provide the answers, as it has done for so many before you.
Previous test subjects?
Oh yes, we've had other subjects visit. It's why we had to calibrate the pacification field and warm up our brainial beams and vivisectors. Only a short time ago, we had 3-1 subjects arrive, and they ruined several experiments, and even injured two of our staff.
Why 3-1?
It is a shame their brains left with them. With you, however, we have taken precautions to ensure that problem won't repeat itself. We've conditioned you so you can't speak of this place, discuss our secrets, or attempt to use force against us in any way. Isn't that nice?
Why did you say 3-1 subjects?
Because 3-1 is 2. 2 spoke to us, one after the other. One mean, one curious. But there was a third we didn't speak to. The last one is the -1. It got traumatized, then taken to one of our medical centers for de-traumatization. A rather unsettling procedure.
What happened with the visitors?
Ask Dr. O.
Kate yet.
And you could have asked 8 once, until he was severely damaged in the attack. We like him better this way.
Well, that's rude. I had other questions, nothing else. Wait, what the? Oh, cap locks. Anyway, I thought it was like, wait, why am I slowed down? I don't have over encumbered. Alright, well, we got all the talking done so far. Let's go actually kill some lobotomites and stuff like that. Anyway, God. Like, I do love this DLC for its, like, actual shit. But the problem is, usually when I've played this DLC, I've just ran through all of the dialogue. The reason being is just because it is so fucking much. It's worse because it's like a bunch of like topic stuff. It's a bunch of stuff you have to kind of know what you're talking about to understand why. And it's really annoying when you're like, I'm kind of just playing this to go shoot. Oh, I hit you. That was almost a headshot. Damn it. That's not gonna work. Oh, I've missed all of those. Are you still coming for me? Where the fuck did the other guy go? Okay, I kind of lost track of the other guy. The guy who had the axe. Wait, was that a... That was, okay. Where the fuck did this guy go? Oh, that's not good. I might be screwed. Okay. You had a shotgun and yet you used the prototype axe. I need that specifically for its abilities. Okay, that was not what I wanted to use, but okay. Put her down. That's finally wore off. All right. Yeah, because it's not kind of nice to just be like, fire, and not be like, all right, well, this is why they initially did it. This is also why it wasn't good that they did it this way. And just, oh my god, it's so much talking and so much thinking. It's it's not a bad game, like I was saying. It's Human Flesh. It's just, there's like times where it's like, yeah, I want to fight. But I really don't want to listen to all this stuff. And like I said, there's a reason why when I played this DLC... Oh, shoot. Who? Okay, I should probably stop screwing around. I say as I missed my shot. Wait, what the f— where'd that guy go? That was a Magnum. Okay. Okay, you cannot tell me that's not lined up perfectly. Okay, well I should have paid more attention. Venom. There's all me, I guess I sold them. Is there any pure? Yeah, I got plenty of purified water. He just flipped right on over. Alright. I'm not dead. Ooh, there's some rounds. We're gonna save. I've definitely not been on top of my game, I'll tell you that much. Ugh. Though that should be kind of evident with the fact that I literally got... well, not even like ambushed. I literally just was like, oh shoot, there's a fucking Robo-Brain here. How could I seen this happening? It's not like there's this whole thing is just science. Anyway. Yeah, those things sell like really high value. Proton axes though, I need them for a specific thing. Primarily because they're a great backup. So when I played through this this DLC the second time, because again I've talked about this, Dr. Mobius's portion, getting to his the Forbidden Zone, is really, really fucking hard. And so, during my first ever playthrough of New Vegas, I cheated at that point. Whereas now, well, on that one I didn't cheat. I just literally, well, I figured out, oh yeah, you know what doesn't consume ammo? A fucking, melee weapon. It just worked wonders. Anyway. Hey, you were not all here. What the fuck was that spawn? That was not fair. Like, not at all. Like, you cannot tell me that was fucking fair. They literally spawned out of nowhere right in front of me. I don't think I've ever had that before. Like, the game has been decent about its load zones. So the fact fuck, that's not what I want to do. I just got fucking surprised by a random fucking bunch of fucking lobotomites. Like, I'm not on my game and all that, and then the game's like, oh yeah, you're definitely not on your game. Here, have a bunch of enemies that just appear right in front of you. Who's that? Penis feet? Oh my god! This is the ghost suit. The hazmat suit containment requires a security code. What? It's the ghost shit. Wait, can we become a ghost, or like at least equip their shit? I didn't even know that was here. What is this place? Hazmat testing ground. Nothing in there. Like, I'm not kidding. This is the first time I've ever seen this. I have played through this DLC, but obviously not fully. I missed this thing of all things. Okay, can I even get up to the second floor? Not from here. Okay, apparently it needs a security code, but I don't know if you're ever supposed to get that security code. Xander Root, Xander Root. So why were you dead just there? But no, seriously, you cannot tell me that was a fair spawn. That was the game almost deliberately being like, oh, hey, ha-hee-ha-hoo. As it spawned like 50 enemies. Crotalus DNA. Oh. This place surprisingly isn't marked. Is it marked? It is marked. It's dangerous. Got it. So the signals. So Ulysses has put down signals to indicate if the place is a stash, an okay place, and or threat. So yeah. Who? What the? That's the only people I'm seeing. Who the fuck is firing at me? Oh, they're not firing at me, are they? They might. They are. God damn it. Why are you guys not attacking each other? Okay, that was a hit. You're proton axe. God, you suck. No. bad pepper. Okay. There's a second one, isn't there?
The blue grass surrounding the dome absorbs all fertilizer, including fecal matter. This does not give you license to excrete on it.
Oh, yeah, I should shit on it. That's the best place to take a shit. We don't need to worry. Ooh, that's a shell. An unexploded one at that. Wait. Am I close enough? Not here. Can I get close enough? It's... yeah, it's just cases. They didn't fire for me on here. Just like a little goodie bag. That's a combat knife. It is a 10. It is a goodie bag. Not of ammo though. Which sucks. Yeah, he just kind of took it. Alright, let's save. Don't really want to get fucked over by some random bot that just decides to spawn in. Oh, look, it's one of the train tunnels. So, this was where he caused a distraction. Wonder who it was. Okay. I know it's Elijah. Because he told me about the fact that he came here. And saying how much damage he's willing to do to just... fucking somewhere like Sierra Madre. I don't doubt he'd be more willing to actually destroy stuff. Ah, perimeter. It's not like I'm gonna go back to like the sink balcony or anything. Freedom, here I go! So yeah, usually that's a crashing point. I'm kind of surprised it's not. My assumption would be that, because again it's been allowed to expand to the 4 gigabytes, it may or may not actively be able to take it. Because the problem is, I'm pretty sure as soon as I attempt to go through that door, at least straight after getting teleported here, it's going to crash the game. Otherwise, it looks like a good point to end off the video. Thank you guys for tuning in, all that jazz. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you guys next video. Other than that, have a great day. What is the button?